palliative care. It is something beneficial and it will really support the person who is going through the sickness. My name is Yoke Kin. I'm turning 64 this year. I'm a single person, no children. Actually, it started off with a regular cough. And as usual, I just went to the clinic and it didn't get well. Despite all the treatments, it got worse. And at the end of the day, after a very long diagnosis, I was confirmed with 4th stage non-small cell lung cancer. I was devastated. I've been a very healthy person all my life. I'm a very health-conscious person, and I'm also very active. I go exercising every day. I was struck with this sickness. From an active person, suddenly you become so handicapped and dependent on people. I couldn't even drive my car. It's not easy for us being independent all our lives to suddenly be dependent on other people and accept the support from others. It is a very humbling process.
At what point did you accept palliative care and why?
Palliative care is not something that is to be feared, a professional coming in alongside you to be your friend, to help you walk through this difficult journey. When there is support, even something which is very heavy and difficult will become lighter and more bearable. They give me different kinds of support so that I don't feel so alone with my sickness. When you're sick, sometimes it really drags you down. And so it'd be great if somebody who has the medical knowledge can come along to give us that kind of support. And besides emotional support, I think they also come in to help with the pain management. I think invariably a cancer patient does experience pain at one point or another. So pain management is actually very essential. For people, who is not used to taking pain management drugs like morphine and stuff like that, suddenly you start taking such big amounts, it's kind of daunting. When I first started taking all this morphine to control the pain, I was a little bit hesitant because morphine is meant for drug addicts. So I will try and really bear with the pain, which is really horrible. Hospice doctors and nurses come in and they kind of explain to you why it is necessary for you to take it. You are not taking it for, to get a high, you're taking it to control the pain. So it's perfectly okay. When you have such kind of assurance, somehow I manage the pain more efficiently. It is very comforting to know that you have these professional people who are overseeing your well-being. I think it is most important for the terminally ill person to be able to come to grip with this idea of death. Because you cannot run away from death at the end of the day.
What usually occupies your mind these days?
I look forward to chatting with my friends over WhatsApp and visits from my sister, my niece and nephew, my close friends. I have a few close friends who make it a point to visit me. She set aside every Wednesday to come and spend time with me. So on days when I'm well, we'll go out for a spin. On days that I'm not well, I can just lie down and just talk to her. I cannot be sitting around doing nothing, Now I cannot drive. I cannot do my gardening and all those stuff. So I was thinking what to do. This friend whom I'm living with, she was the one who introduced me to this painting. During my free time, I will do painting. I've done some painting, doing all these things. It takes my mind off all these problems. Because if I were to focus on my disease and my illness, it will drag me down. So I really have to think positive, keep my mind occupied. Then I think this journey will be easier. I can choose to allow this circumstance to drag me down, or I can choose to still continue to trust God, because I know that at the end of the day, God is still in control of all things. You know, death can be the doorway to liberate your body from all this suffering. The Bible in John 3:16 does say that God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in Him will not perish, but will have eternal life. To me, death is not something to be feared. Death is something to be embraced. I am Yoke Kin from Malaysia. I am the Asian woman.